Hello, hello, hello. It's time to talk fashion.
Hey, Squid and friends, it's Aderon, or Matt. Today we're going over some of my drip, or some of my gear. As a person who focuses on like collecting gear and getting red badges for weapons, my gear collection is definitely, extensive. I have a lot of different stuff that I collect, but then there's a couple different things that I use on a daily basis. So I think just in general, this outfit is probably what I use the most, or like what I'm known for. It's just Squid Stitch cap, the nylon vintage, which kind of looks like the jacket that I'm wearing. That was definitely intended. And then I always usually go with some sort of like flat shoe. I don't really like high cut stuff. I'm usually using low flat shoes. I think usually jackets are my go-to as well. I have the other Decor nylon in pure main power up. So a lot of what I've done with almost all the gear at this point is taken every item and given it 3 stars, and then also put some ability on it. And I've tried to go for all 3. So for example, this hat has 2 sub saver, this has 2 bomb defense, this has 2 ink recovery, etc. So this is kind of like a project per se, and this is actually what keeps me really entertained in the game. If I'm not winning in ranked, like it's okay, I'm working on gear, so it's always kind of fun. There's a few gear sets that I've worked on particularly. I think the most notable is my Hydra gear set. For a while, I was leaning toward being a Hydra main, so this is my very, very nice wowie wow Hydra set that has all of the accoutrements. It looks like a military gear set. It looks very schwanky. It's running ink resistance, main power up, and run speed, and swing saver, just because I really like the look of it and how it has kind of this military vibe. Otherwise, I'm usually just rolling with different jackets and usually ball caps. So I've got a couple of gear sets that are pures, and I'm not necessarily a pure collector, but I do make them pure when I have the option to. I've also got some pretty neat outfits that kind of correlate to IRL as well. For example, I actually have, like, I literally have Delta straps, which are just like strap sandals that look exactly like the ones in game. I've also got, these look like punk blacks on the camera, so I do have like punk black shoes, which is kind of neat. Of course, I have the jacket that looks like the Takora nylon one, but I've also got, this is the Mario Splatfest for Superstar vs. Mushroom. Of course, I have the star one to go with it too, but unfortunately the star gets green screened out. I promise that's usually yellow. And for the longest time, oh geez, when I started streaming Splatoon about 1.5 years ago, I had one signature outfit that I wore all the time. It was this hat and then this zinc long sleeve shirt. So I actually have this as well. I found this on Amazon, and it's quite literally the same shirt as we have in game, and then also the king flip mesh hat as well. Any merch that I have is usually just something that you can find on Amazon. It's super easy to find, and it's really cool that you can kind of like cosplay or do similar things between IRL and Splatoon. All in all, I'm still working on my gear as always. There's some really fun combinations you can do. One that I really also love is the full red outfit. These are the Nintendo Switch Online shoes, chili red pepper jacket, and the octo glasses. That's usually fun to run with as well, but it's red. But other than that, I'm usually always working on gear. I'm usually grinding in some sense to gain chunks. My chunk collection is pretty extensive. I scrub everything. Oh geez. Yeah, so I've got, I have a lot of chunks. I'm usually scrubbing every single time I don't get a set of the same 3 chunks, and I'm just saving them up for situations where I want to make something pure, or if I just need a specific type of chunk for a gear set. That said, I think merch has taken probably 90% of the funds that I've made. I think there was a time I was in the lobby with 94. I only had 94 coins. I was in the absolute poorhouse. So if you have any spare change, or if you have any sea snails, I really need sea snails. Please donate them to Aderon Gaming at paypal.com, or however you send them. I'm not sure, but yes. Please send funds, because I am always scrubbing my gear and doing that sort of thing. So if you're ever interested in talking about gear, please come to our Splatoon streams. We talk about gear and like gear ideas all the time. I'm a bit of a gear head. I love talking about gear and thinking up different like gear sets and stuff like that. So if you ever want to have a conversation, I am always down for it. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining Squid's video and hanging with us, and we will see you soon.